So apparently, what I've noticed since I've been Patreoning again, well, at least for the time being, it's probably going to get shut down within a few days or so. In a moment, I don't know. But since I've been Patreoning, I've noticed, honestly, I've noticed that, well, quite frankly, one of the stories hasn't gotten that many compliments lately. Now, one of the stories I'm talking about is Jovan 16's Nano-Shift. Now, they have another one coming up called Amanda Nicole, and then they're going to be bringing back another story within, I guess, a couple of weeks, and then they're going to take a break on Nano-Shift. But it's really telling to me why I think some of the comments on Nano-Shift have basically recently gone, I mean, they've been there, but not like, not, like basically saying, ooh, I can't wait to see what's next and all that. I think it's because what Jovan 16 and Trouble TRO have been doing is they've been using these stories and these softwares that they utilize to tell these stories to go the more erotic, the more NFSW direction with the shapeshifting, the melting, the shapeshifting into different people, inanimate objects, the liquefying, melting down into puddles kind of deal. They've been basically focusing the majority of the stories at times in that direction. And, it's not just the ones like, what's going on with Trouble TRO, like Pink Benefits and Ancient Pink, and like I said, with Jovan 16's Amanda Nicole, and Nano-Shift, and a few others. It's other stories as well. And I think the reason, the interest goes down when you get away from that is because, like I said, people have become accustomed to it. That's what they expect. I mean, yeah, they expect a story to be told and everything, but they expect a majority of the moments in that story to be in that direction. So to me, when I look at, the recent shift, or the recent chapter for Nano-Shift, I should say, not getting that many compliments, I think it's because a lot of people, even though they're keeping an eye on what's going on, I think it's more along the lines of, they know he's going to take a break from the story, but knowing that, they also see what kind of direction he's going in, and maybe that's not too favorable with them. I'm not really sure, but maybe I'm wrong. Nano-Shift is definitely one of the stories that Jovan 16 has put a lot of work in on his Patreon. It's a Patreon exclusive, but again, like I said, I think, where the story at is right now, where it's basically ended its recent chapter, nobody wants to, be invested in that much, because it's like, okay, this is fine and everything, but we want that more erotic, that more NFSW-like moments and everything that you've done before. And like I said, they're used to do it with things like Amanda and Nicole. They're used to it with Trouble TRO stories and stuff like that. But what this does really tell me is when you become accustomed to something, being, mostly like the centerpiece of a story, that mainly is like a message being sent to the creator that, you don't mind if they go off the path here and there, but you want them to stay primarily where they are. And maybe Jovan 16, when they take a break from Nano-Shift, they might go in that direction. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, okay, what are they going to do in the next chapter? Gather up, Jay, the friend that's now made of nanobots and everything, and what are they going to do? Suck her up into like containers and then have her displayed somewhere where they talk to her two friends and everything, and she's just floating around there, or they're going to contain her and then she's going to reconstitute herself or something, or they're going to find out there's two personas. Those are interesting questions to want to see and hopefully have answered, but maybe that won't be the case. But again, even though, that's something to be, kind of speculate on and everything, which is good story is supposed to do, especially if it's being done in parts. I think basically, the time has come right now for, You know, a lot of the time. Well, what I'm trying to say is what I'm thinking is going on right now is the time is being presented to someone like Jovan 16 that even though people are invested in the story, if you don't see people commenting on it, mainly because and perhaps maybe it's because they got other things to do, but usually the stories, like, you know, his preview for Amanda and Nicole, you know, that just got a comment. And I think it's because people are so used to, like I said, certain, you know, directions the story goes in of that NFSW like atmosphere and moment. And I think by going off the path here a little bit, it's like you're taking the main character out of the story and everything, and what fun is that? You know, where's the fun there? What's going to happen next kind of deal? You know, and again, I think it's not just the fact that you're taking out the main character, it's also the fact that you're basically diverting, what's the one I'm looking for? You're kind of skewing away from the main thing that people have associated with it for a while. You know, Jay having fun with her powers, Jay getting erotic and NFSW like and stuff and all that. So yeah, again, this is just an example to me of when you're accustomed to a story having one main directive to help tell it, you know, one main scenario and center to help keep it together. You know, in this case, erotic NFSW, shape-shifting, melty, liquidy, you know, powers that females have. Then, you know, once you divot, that's the one I'm looking for, divot away from that, that's when you start to lose maybe some interest by your viewers. And I say this with all due respect, no offense. I say this with all due respect, no offense. I mean, the Nano-Shift story I think is great, but I think if he's going in this direction right now, he's divoting away from what could be. Now, for all we know, this could be the last thing he does on Nano-Shift for about a month, and then he comes back, and then perhaps the next chapter is, you know, months later, and Jay's back to normal, and, you know, she's being taught, hey, you got to keep that other side if you're in control or something. I don't know. But yeah, when you divot away from what people mainly associate with the stories, especially like this, it's kind of a risky option. And although it would probably pay off well in the end, you know, it does show, like I said, people are more accustomed to one main thing about that story being associated with it more than others. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments, as well as in the live chat during the premiere where super chats and super stickers are open. It would be appreciated. And until next time, guys, I will talk to you a little bit. Let me know what your thoughts are. And I am out. Also, check me out at Venmo and Cash App to help donate there as well. At Brian-Roma-2 on Venmo and BWRoses98 on Cash App. Until next time, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think maybe I'm just gasping for straws here, or do you think maybe I have a point? Let me know down below and in the comment section during the premiere, and I am out.